Hey, true blue, don't say you've gone. Say you've knocked off for a smoko, and you'll be back later on. Hey, true blue, hey, true blue, give it to me straight, face to face. Are you really disappearing? Just another dying race. Hey, true blue. Chapter 38. Give it to me straight, face to face. You don't mess about when you've got blood in your piss. Alarm bells rang the morning of my performance with Orchestra Victoria on Friday the 20th, May 2011. I noticed the colour of my urine didn't look right. I'd been uncomfortable in that area for a while, but the specialist I'd been referred to hadn't come up with anything much at all. I rang his surgery first thing Monday morning. Before long, I was in St Vincent's Hospital in Sydney for a cystectomy. On the 1st of June, I received the diagnosis bladder cancer. It was a shock, but I wasn't scared. I'm a bit of a fatalist. I didn't feel like it was terminal, but I was certainly worried about what they had to do to fix it, especially if the cancer was bad enough for my bladder to come out. The surgeon had described the alternatives, which included making a new bladder out of a piece of my bowel, but that also meant the prostate would have to be removed. He explained that losing the prostate doesn't improve your libido, to put it mildly. I think the surgeon's preferred option was to remove my bladder to make sure we got rid of it all. I didn't like the idea of a bag, though, so I was keen to try the other treatment option, a method of flooding the bladder with the BCG vaccine, which is what they use to treat tuberculosis. This sounded like the best of a bad deal. They flood your bladder with this poisonous solution through the old fellow once a week for 6 weeks. The first lot of BCG treatments ended 6th of August. It didn't work. The cancer was still there. I decided to give it another go. The second lot finished on the 20th of December. Then they had to wait for a while for things to settle down again before doing the exploratory stuff with the camera under a general anaesthetic. The treatment didn't stop any of my scheduled performances. It just meant Meg and I had to miss the Variety Bash that year. My bladder got the all clear in the middle of January 2012. That's nearly 3 years ago now, and after regular cystectomies every 6 months, it's still clear. Now I've got a little bit of cancer in the prostate, but no panic. Hopefully it will stay little until the end of 2015, and then I'll probably get the prostate cut out. Bugger it, it's not worth a worry. Another health hiccup arrived in January 2014. I thought I was having problems with indigestion. The short version is that I had a stent put in a main artery to the heart because the artery was 95% blocked. Bloody hell. But again, it was business as usual with the shows, although there have been some tricky moments as a result of this. At the Byron Bay Blues Festival in March 2014, there was a bloody incident on stage, literally. We got there a minute before the show was due to start. It was supposed to be a 20-minute drive, but the traffic was dreadful. My heart was pounding. I wasn't nervous, just worried we weren't going to get there in time. A couple of songs in, halfway through Mally Boy, my nose started bleeding profusely. It was going down the back of my throat. The audience couldn't see it, so I kept on going. But midway through Galleries of Pink Galahs, I had to stop playing guitar to put my finger on my nostril to stop the flood. The band lost it as soon as I stopped playing. I lead everything, and they didn't know what was going on, so I had no choice but to stop and explain to everyone that I had a bloody nose and that I was on blood thinners because I'd just had a stent put in. They were all right behind me and tissues suddenly appeared from everywhere, so I stuffed some up one nostril and carried on for about 4 songs. All seemed to be okay, so I pulled the tissue out, and a huge long trail of blood came out with it. It just wouldn't stop, so I had to plug it up again. Anyway, I got through it. Still did an hour show and absolutely killed it. The whole audience was right behind me, urging me on, "You can do it." It's proof that the show will go on. The moral of the story, if there is one, is that I got onto the cancer pretty quickly. It didn't really slow me down, and now I'm as good as gold. I'm not yet 70, So it looks like it's going to be a bumpy ride to get to 93, my dad's final age.